everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on the little 2010 Ford Fiesta. The one we bought and didn't realise how much damage there was on it, but all is good and it turned out very, very well. You would have seen on that little bit of time lapse, just to make life easy, we got Liam out to cut the windscreen out. Now when I got that parts car, in with the price of all the stuff that we had, he also included a windscreen. So we got Liam to whip down Kent Autos, cut that out as well. It's in the back of his van and he is ready to fit it as soon as we've done the job in hand today. So the airbag kit. On these little cars, when they do go off, everything goes off. So we got seat belts, they've gone. You got knee airbag down there, driver's steering wheel airbag. And then round this side, same again, you got that seat belt, and of course the passenger airbag's gone off as well. Before I do get started on this, obviously it's going to be important to get an airbag kit. So we're going to head straight round Kent Auto Salvage. God, I say that a lot, don't I? But they're so local to us and we do use them all the time. I'm going to pop round there and pick up an airbag kit. I've spoke to him. He said there's quite a few in the yard, so we want to try and get the matching colour. It doesn't matter, you can put any colour in. I've had quite a few of these Fiestas and they will have black seats and a bright red dash, well they're not bright red, but a red dashboard. Some of them have the grey dashboard, black, or this one is like a bluey greeny colour. So we'll try and get the same one to go back in it. Let's head straight round there and pick one up. About an hour's work. Dashboard, steering wheel, airbag, seat belts and module. Lovely jubbly. We got looked after around there and we've got the whole kit. Let's crack on and try and get this one removed reasonably quick, but it's not going to be as quick as the other one because we've got to worry and put a bit more care into the stuff. That other one, it had stuff all over the floor and the centre console fortunately had already been removed. Let's just get straight on with it and try and get it done. I know the old time lapse can get a bit tedious, but genuinely there's so much that you can't actually show. I had the camera up there, then I had it here and I tried moving it around, but we're quite loose now. That knee airbag actually bolts through the dashboard and through that frame. I need to get that removed, take the steering wheel off, take the stalks off, and then we can start thinking about actually getting it out. I mean, the one round the breakers was so straightforward because somebody had already been in and bought the stereo, so that was removed. Somebody had actually broke the heater controls, so they was out the way and they was removed, which made it very, very easy. But of course we've got to take our time with this one and make sure we get it right. But those, for the little knee airbag, the bolts up there, I've just had to go and get a tiny little ratchet. They're so awkward to get to. I can't get the Sealy battery ratchet in now with a long reach socket, and with a short reach socket the ratchet don't fit it. So you do come up against these little things where it seems like you've got out twice as many tools as you need, but it's always the way. I'll crack on and get that out. A lot harder to get out. I know I said it earlier, but it's been quite testing. I'll tell you what I did notice as well, those knee bags right down the bottom there on that metal bracket, they have two 10mm holding them in, and it actually only had one in it. I don't know, it must have been from factory because this car, it's never had a dashboard put in it. All the screws are unmarked. You can see that they've never been touched, so I'm not really sure what's going on there, but we are now loose. We've got to, I'm going to take the squib off, take the stalks off, and then lift the dashboard over the top. Probably hear Chris messing around in the background. It is a Saturday, he's probably not going out till Monday, and he's messing around on his digger doing a bit of landscaping, and I thought I'd crack straight on with this. So I'll get them removed and we'll crack on. I think I've just about got it, guys. It was a real pain. It's quite awkward actually trying to do it on your own as well, and you always get that odd little wire. Just make sure we got everything off before I go pulling on it. I think we're all right. Little bit awkward around the gear stick. Probably wanted flipping up the other way to come out, really. Just about got that gear stick back under it. That was a lot easier, wasn't it, once I lifted it over the gear stick that way round. There we go. There really ain't a lot to these little Fiestas holding them in. You got two down there, one there, one there. Got another one in there. There's one actually right inside the glove box, so I actually have to physically take it out, but down the bottom you got another two there. And then in this side there's only one behind the radio, that one's a blank, and then you've got four for the heater there, another two inside here, and then two bottom ones right down there. But all in all, wasn't that bad to do. Just that got in the way, the gear stick. But there you go. See, a lot of people pulling these heater controls out, and you don't actually have to. They do fit through the hole. Let's go and get the new one and start the process of putting it all back together, but quite easy and straightforward. I will be checking what pipes are on the car, like all these pipes. You need to check what ones are on the car, what ones are on your old dashboard, so we'll turn this one upside down and just compare it. We'll just compare it to the new one, because you don't want to end up putting it in and having a pipe missing, because, well, ultimately the whole dashboard has to come out just to put that pipe back in. That heater control was a nightmare, and the duct pipes, that one there goes under and that one there goes over. It was a right pain to do. You had to leave one on the dashboard and then leave the other one attached to the car, but we got them in there. Heater controls are where they need to be. Just need to go around now and just put all the little bolts back in and start screwing it all back together. Much there with it now, guys. Just tying up the loose ends. Got the light switch on the seat there. Need to swap that over where This switch is slightly different to that one. A few little trim clips to put in, and then steering wheel and airbag. Quite straightforward, but obviously, like I said earlier, a little bit longer on the putting it back in because of how all the stuff that was missing down at the yard. Guys, that's it. Took me a couple of hours. I haven't done the seat belts yet. We'll pick up probably on Monday morning. Just wanted to give us a bit of an head start. Went down Kent Autos, picked it up. Those of you that mess around with cars, you know exactly what I mean. You get carried away. Me missus was out doing a shopping today for her dad. So I turned up, bought Chris a coffee over. And I said, oh, I'm just going to like mock it up, just have a quick look. And then you just get carried away. I thought, yeah, I'll get the camera out. And before you know it, it's in now. So, I think, make sure all the wires are not in the way of pushing it in, because once it's in, and there we go. That right in. Looks right in to me. We've got to cut that off. And what I have done is I've gone for that steering wheel that we got with the airbag kit. I'll show you the original. If I can remember what I've done with it. It's in the back of the car. One sec. Let's try and get that a little bit closer. So if you look at this one, I think that's actually a leather steering wheel, and that's not. But another one that's covered in makeup, and the buttons were broke. So I thought, rather than mess around, take it out, I'll just leave these buttons in. I'm going to test them in a minute. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Shall I clean that up, change the buttons and put it back on? Because we know that has only done 39,000 miles, whereas this one we don't know the mileage. But there's the old bit done. Back Monday morning. We're back to the last little job. Got the new seatbelts for it there. The airbag module, unfortunately, that one that we did take the airbags out of, the driver's seat airbag had deployed. So there's going to be crash data on that. But we're going to whip it up to the airbag man because I want to get it done now and actually get pretty much all of this wrapped up. So it's just bodywork left to do on the car in the next video. So we'll get that passenger seatbelt fitted, move on to the driver. And of course, we'll run that up to the guy and get that reset as well. Let's get on with it. Thought I better show you guys how we do these. I don't want to time lapse anymore. T50, one in there. You've got a T50 right at the bottom on the outside you can undo. Another T50 just in there on the seat belt, and then a little 8mm bolt. And there we go. That's the old one, the locked up one, out. Let's get the new one put in. Airbag module, I've just whipped it over, I had that all reset, just bolted it back in and put the battery on, and here is the moment of truth. Straight out. Hopefully it don't come back on. Looks like job's a good one. Let's get that centre console put back together, and that's the inside completely done. I did have our original airbag sensor done. Like I said, that one did have the seat gone off, and if you look, our one's got BG written on it and that one had EE, and I think the difference there is that might have been a slightly later car. I don't know, don't quote me on that. Let's get that centre console all back in. There we go, guys, airbag kit complete, all done. I know that's going to be annoying some of you. I haven't got round to cutting it off yet. The light's gone out. I'm sitting here running it, charged the battery a little bit. I've checked the radio, that all works. All the seat belts, they're all now working perfect. So job is a good one. So another nice long video. A lot of you are probably wondering, what the hell's going on in this video, Rob? It was a bit, I've watched it back and it does seem okay, but on Saturday, my missus was out doing her dad's shopping and bits and pieces, and I thought, I can't just sit indoors. So I thought, I'll go down Mark's, grab the airbag kit out of that car. So I went and grabbed I'll come down here, started the video, whipped over, grabbed the airbag kit. I do like to try and keep it in order. And then I'll come back over to drop it off. Because my van was here and I went home in the GLA, I actually went to Mark's in the GLA, put the seats down and bought the airbag kit back here, but I wanted to get it out of the car, so I bought it back and said to Chris, I'm just going to start taking a few bits off, and I got carried away, and before you know it, I fitted the dashboard, steering wheel airbag and all the other little bits. Then I actually went home. I said I'll be back Monday, and I thought, oh, I better ring Liam because it needed the windscreen. You see him cut it out in the beginning of this video. And I rang him up and said, can you come first thing Monday morning? I need this windscreen done. I've done the airbag kit. He said, I can't come Monday, Rob. I'm busy all day. He said, I'll come now for you. So by then, I'd already had a shower, put my normal clothes on, and you would have seen, we come back, he fitted the windscreen for us late Saturday evening, well, early evening. And then today, just getting them seatbelts done and that module in, and that is it. Needs a bit of body work. I still can't believe how well that little car's turned out. When we first got it, it was a bit, well, it was a bit touch and go whether we was gonna chuck it back through, scrap it, or do something else with it, take it apart. So we're quite happy with how it's come out, and I can't wait to crunch the numbers because I think it's all gonna add up and be worth the money. It's lovely mileage anyway. I'm waffling on. So we are gonna leave it there. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you later in the week for the next one.